Hello, everyone. Welcome to XM Live Trading Session. It's COT report session with me. My name is Junaid Wahid. In the beginner's room, I'm replacing Gil. It's not going to be standard Gil COT report session because I'm using COT report in a completely different way. That's why I'm going to invite you to the chat, guys, to ask all the questions you have there. And we can answer everything. Meanwhile, I'm joining the chat. I'm joining the chat to check all the questions. At the same time, I'm trying to look at the YouTube viewers also. We are on YouTube. If you are watching, guys, big hello also for you. If you want to join XM, both beginners and advanced room, feel free to click on the link below and join us in the XM beginners and advanced room. Big hello to all of you there. I'm opening also the beginners room session because I was in the advanced room, seems like. All right. No questions in the chat. Hello, Juni says Dale. Big hello, Dale. What I do with COT reports and how I use COT reports is going to be a little bit different information that I'm going to share. Different, it means that I'm not trading strategies with COT report. I'm using COT report just for additional indicator like I do with RSI sometimes from technical indicators, like I do sometimes with the deep fundamentals that we do just to create scenarios for directions and longer term scenarios, framework, let's say. With COT report, when I'm having a chart on Bitcoin like this, very bullish. If you remember, we were doing this analysis a long time ago all together. I think Dale was also with us. Our first scenario was suggesting breakout, retest. This is the retest of Bitcoin, retested with nice double bottom, great pin bar, and started rallying up. So if I want to know more, mostly I use it for commodities, but this is just an example. So we're going to dive into and check it. If I want to know more information, who is buying, who is selling in terms of large money, okay, large speculators, small speculators, or dumb money, commercial, big corporations, for commodities producers, and etc. How they position themselves last weeks on this instrument. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and I'm going to find data that COT report data, which is commitment of trader reports that they are sharing from Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the data that they do, the positions that they take, the trades that they do. They're obliged to share their positions, and we can check this data. From where I can check it, there is a website that you can do, CFTC government, cftc.gov. It's the website's name. I think I can show it because it's not a, it's an official website. On this CFTC website, we can get Chicago Mercantile Exchange. There is a long format and there is a short format. Let's say we go for a short format. It's easier. This is what we need, the data, and we find the instruments we want. Okay, so we get the instruments we want. In this case, we have cheese. We don't trade cheese. Canadian dollar, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, as of 22nd of October 2024. Now you'll say, but we are 29th of October. The thing that is with the COT report is once in a week. Every time it's on Friday. They prepare it on Tuesday and they release it on Friday. So it means that when they prepare it on Tuesdays, there's 3 days until they share the information, until they release the data on Friday. So there is a lag in between the real data and the date that they share it. So it's not that they get the data on Friday and they share it on Friday. They get it on Tuesday. They prepare it, they're ready on Tuesday. And they do just maybe updates and waiting for Friday in order to share this data. Maybe they do some adjustments if there is some significant adjustments, but I'm not sure there. So they release it on Friday. and we get the information on Friday. What this information is giving us? There are non-commercials, there are commercials, there's total, net profitable position, open interest. We have also data here, and etc. This data can be interpreted in different ways. There are a lot of instruments, almost all instruments. Yes, there are instruments that we don't have data. For example, this is Bitcoin. So that is COT. This is the futures only positions on 10th of 22nd of October 2024. You have non-commercial, you have commercial, you have total net profitable positions where they have long positions, short positions. That's the spread in between long and short. This is the commercials, and this is a total positions. So they get this. There's so net non-reportable positions are this. Okay. So there is a number of trades in each category. There is percentage of open trades for each category for the trades. Change from 15th of October to the current latest data. This is the change of that, which gives information about the open interest. What is that open interest? Think about open interest as a moment, like I do comparison with relative strength index. Let me open a naked chart so you can understand the logic. I do use on then basically. If this is a COT report, okay, and the price of the RSI declines down like here, and if this is a open interest level, if the market slows significantly down where there was no interest for long period of time, the lower it goes, there are specific levels. The same way, if we draw all this data that we have for the COT report, if we put all this data, let's say in Excel sheet, and we create a chart, we're going to see that sometimes the open interest is shrinking. Market is not interested to trade this instrument, and it's declining to the levels that are considered to be bottoms, like the same way we have on the RSI. Those bottoms are the areas where the interest is rising. So when the open interest starts rising for the first time from its oversold from non-interest almost levels, this is the moment where we will have strong, significant moves, because open interest, it doesn't necessarily tells us the direction of the market. It tells us that the market may join around current levels, both for short or long term. We don't know that, but the move, there is a chance to be sharp and strong, and to be quite attractive. Let's assume that I'm going to bring also the charts similar to relative strength index for COT reports, but just to explain you the logic. This is declining price. The relative strength index basically represents the speed of the move, the momentum, how strong the momentum is. When the momentum is shifting down, this is the fastest momentum we have here on this trend, and relative strength index represents it very well. Price continues to go down, but it's flattening out here. You see, it's not declining more down. Why? Because the momentum is shifted and there is no strong momentum. It's a weak momentum. It's a choppy market decline here. That's why we are staying flat, and this creates divergence on the relative strength index. Imagine if the open interest is shrinking down to the previous bottom levels. Okay, if this is open interest, okay, forget about it's an RSI. If open interest is declining for period of time where the price, where it's declining to the key levels historically, here is the moment market to become interested to trade this instrument. Okay, so why? Because maybe it's very cheap, or maybe it's very expensive. When open interest can actually shrink down, when something is so expensive that they don't want to buy anymore, they want to take profits, or they don't have interest to buy it. And think about gold, where we had a choppy market not continuing to the upside at some point, and the open interest is shrinking down because there is also no traders. This means that there is no open interest to trade it. The moment the market is shrinking even lower, or maybe staying flatter, or maybe makes a false breakout like this, or some price action, as per my experience, then open interest is rising. Positions are being taken for a big short or bigger long. Depends on the instrument and the environment, generally speaking. So let me show you the data type that I am looking for. The data type that I like to look for. I'm going to take a random. I'm trying not to show any uh, website more than the official data there. I have prepared here, but what happens? Let's say Bitcoin. Let's go for Bitcoin. Okay, it's an official data. Perfect. And let's take, do you have some instrument that you want us to analyze using COT reports, guys? Maybe gold or Bitcoin. All right, so I'm gonna do it like this. And I'm gonna take it here. Okay, this is a Bitcoin price. Simply, as a beginner, what you can do in order to trade this instrument accurately, by using COT report. This is actually better information. Look, two type of interpretation of the COT report. This is one type, okay? This is one type. This is fresh data, single data. This is accumulative data that you added on the spreadsheet, on your Excel sheet, which creates lines for you. Or there are a lot of companies out there that are doing that. Okay, it's for free. There is paid versions, there is free versions. It's up to you which ones actually you're gonna use, how much information do you need, and etc. If you are a strict COT report data trader, or you are using COT report as an additional tool. In my case, I'm using it as an additional information to see if the COT report is supporting my general view for a swing trades, because COT report is a swing traders tool. It's not intraday traders tool. It's a strict swing traders tool. And I'm going to show you position. I'm going to give you information about how you can use it for trading, but I don't know about the probabilities. You can talk to Gil. He's an expert of creating strategies using only COT report tools and price action, maybe also some fundamentals, but mainly relying on the COT report tools. So this is the data way that you can get it. This left side on the chart here is basically representing this information that every week you are getting. You are inputting in the chart, and the chart is changing based on the changes of the data. So you have this way better way to interpret the information. That's a difficult way because you have only one data here. You don't know the previous 3-5 months, for example, COT report changes. So this is the fresh data, how you can get it. This is the way that you can change you can make it as a chart. So basically, you use it for a trading. Like if you have the COT index here at the top, and you have buyers, sellers, commercials, non-commercials, this is COT index, okay? This is COT index. It's at the, let's call it high levels, all right? Doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bearish, by the way. This is not RSI. Just because it's hitting the high doesn't mean that the price is going to drop as it on RSI. So then you have commercial traders, you have large speculators, and you have small traders. Commercials are this red line, large speculators are this green line, and small traders or retail traders are this blue line, okay? And then you have open interest. Open interest is quite high here, okay? Open interest historically, look at this. It's only rising since January 2022. It's quite well positioned, open, high open interest. So there is nice trading will go. But if the open interest is very high, remember it might start sliding down. Also, something that it's at extremes has risks to change its direction. But if we don't have evidence for that, we just go with the current data.